going on, y'all? Right now, I'm calling Brother Minister Jones in the house. He's going to touch down on a couple topics for us and going to see what's going on. And got a couple questions for you. What's going on with you? Same old, man. I was just helping the kids with their little homeschooling work and whatnot. I got to teach them up. But, yeah, man, we live right now recording. And I was just telling the listeners that, calling up the Minister Jones, my brother, and got a couple questions. We wanted to talk about a couple things for the conscious community and the not-so-conscious community out there. We got to sit down at the round table with all of these cats and, break bread. So, tonight, y'all, we're going to chop up some real hot fire with your boy, Minister Jones in the house, and I'm your boy, Eastside Tyrone. Y'all can always check me out, Pueblo, Eastside town. I got the store, Eastside Tees, of course. Customized T-shirts coming. Check it out, get what you want. We customize whatever. Bring it in, we're going to customize it. Make it happen, for the low price. It's all good. But tonight, this evening, we want to say, first of all, let's Minister Jones go ahead and get his little say the hellos. Go ahead.
Peace, everyone. I'm glad you could join us this evening. My name is Minister Jones. You can call me Patrick Jones. I guess you could say I've been selected for one of these sessions just due to my previous experience. Since a child, I pretty much grew up meditating and, just studying, the different traditions of men and religions of the world and whatnot at an extremely young age. Under the age of 12, actually, studied a lot of martial arts in the inner arts in regards to martial arts.
Right on.
Just really encompassed a bunch of different teachings from all over. As a real observer, a real, wide-eyed individual to just look at things for what they are and peer into it a little bit more and really get a profound, in-depth understanding outside of the foundation of human opinion.
No doubt. All right. Why don't you tell the people what you got going on in the business world, and because we're gonna get pretty heavy tonight, man. We're gonna get pretty heavy tonight. So before we do get into the topics, couple of topics, we want to talk about, which is death. One is we want to talk about death for the old cats, and for the young cats we want to talk about this hotness appearance. A thing about appearance. And a couple factors tied into that. But before we get to that going, don't have any commercials set up, but I'm sure you have something going on as far as the economics goes with our empowerment, empowering our own communities, So let the people know.
Currently with my career that I'm at, things are going well there, but based on my foundation in the career that I'm in, which is a client success manager, a liaison manager for small business, but we perform very huge operations as far as buying and selling businesses, assisting creditors to be able to collect money owed to them, assisting debtors getting out of debt and reaching a point of financial freedom, and a variety of other things dealing with real estate and things of that nature. But we do not deal with real estate in its normal sense. We don't deal with buying and selling properties or renovating homes or anything. We don't deal with the property at all. We actually deal with the assets of the property and manipulate that in a certain way to where we can create a stream of income. Okay, now, me personally, I'm in the process of actually working my own I have my own production that I'm actually working, which will actually provide a variety of different jobs to, so many different people who are interested. The jobs themselves are commission-based, but you'll find that they are very lucrative. You'll find that they will definitely assist you financially once you engage. And but it's only for serious individuals. Those lax individuals, those slackers and whatnot. This is definitely not a thing for you. So most definitely, you would not want to waste your time and try to engage unless you're looking to change your ways. We've also got a couple other things going on. Music production, things dealing with music production. We'll give you some details here and maybe some later sessions if I'm invited by Brother Johnson to be able to attend some later sessions. Also, we've got a few other things working as far as some applications that we're looking to dish out, dealing with ringtones and things of that nature. We're in the process of stirring these things up, and we'll have them out up and running here soon. And we'll definitely give you guys the heat on that, and we have that accomplished. But there's so many different things. A lot of things I really don't want to go into detail about at this very moment until I see that it's actually up and running, and you guys can, have the opportunity to dive right in, as soon as we get to that point. Okay.
All right. Well, it is 8:45 tonight on this cool evening. We off in Colorado. I know I'm in Pueblo, and you are off in the Springs right now, Colorado Springs, that is. A little closer to the Pikes Peak, the mountains. We in the roof of the nation, black people. We in the roof of the nation, melanated nation. So, we gonna kick it real live and direct. Kick it with these. Keep it in the family, y'all. We keep it in the family, and we gonna get right. And topic one. Here we go. A lot of cats have an issue about appearance. You see some cats fat, sloppy, with the best looking women, and vice versa. Jump off into that. There's a lot of things to talk about as far as appearance goes. Like, how important is it? Some people say appearance ain't everything. Then you have the real cats. I won't even say the real cats, but you have cats who have stats to back them up, who have succeeded in some missions or journeys, or have accomplished gentlemen, I should say, and women, ladies and gentlemen, who say appearance is everything. I mean.
It depends on how you break it down. Now, number one, you have to understand the carnal-minded activity going on with the masses of mankind here on the planet today.
Now, what do you mean by carnal?
Because when we talk about carnal, we're talking about physicality. We're talking about, flesh lines, appearance as far as flesh, as far as your body, as far as the surrounding environment, the things that you can touch, see with your eyes, hear with your ears, things of that nature. So you got that level of appearances, but then you also have a certain set of appearances that are more on a. I want to
cut you off real quick before we get too further into that. A little bit about your background, and so the people can know who they're talking to and why they would want to take some advice from you. I'll tell y'all now, people. I grew up with this guy, man, and from as far as back as I can remember, this guy's always had the ladies. I mean, the cute ones, the tall, just on him, man, on him. I'm talking about to the point, even the ones that were shaken, they were scared to approach this brother. And but I want him to tell y'all.
It's not about, the way I look or anything like that. I'm not a special looking person. I don't have a certain set of features that are just extremely attractive that stand and outweigh, the average individual. Okay, and that's exactly what I was trying to lay the foundation for as far as the two different levels of appearances. Because I do get it that, I'm an attractive individual, but I also have certain features about myself that you may not find as attractive. My head is not, most people would say, oh, your head is kind of small. It's not an average or normal size. When I was young, people would tell me that I look like an alien or something like that or whatnot, and I was afraid to have a bald head and whatnot, so I always kept hair on my head. It wasn't until I got into my late 20s, around the time that I started getting ready to create a family and things of that nature, that I really settled in and started realizing that none of that mattered at all, that I could literally go and rock a bald head and still, if anything, have the exact same influence dealing as far as with women. But I've never had that challenge as far as, getting women because of my attractiveness. And normally it had to do with the confidence level that I had. I was never shy to speak with anyone or anything like that. I'm not a person that you would say, possesses a lot of game in the sense that, I've got these little lines that I spit to women and things of that nature. I don't peer off into that nonsense. What it is, it's about being straightforward. Okay, being straightforward, number one, because it's all about attraction. You're going to attract what it is you're putting out there. So if I'm being straightforward as far as with females or just the things that I'm doing, then I'm going to attract those people to me. I may not be looking for a woman at all. I may not be looking for a female companion or anyone to holler at all whatsoever. But I'll end up attracting those exact same females that find what I'm doing attractive, that find my characteristics attractive, find my personality attractive, the way that I am, the way that I do not put them on a pedestal, the way that I do not, place them as, holier than thou or better than thou, and, I can't live without type, entities. Okay. So I've never really had that issue. But as far as my background in that regard, qualification-wise, like I said, I've done a lot of studies. Okay, I've done a lot of studies, from religious studies, traditional type studies, scientific studies, socialistic type studies, economic studies. All of this plays a very big effect when you put it all together, because it really all makes your world, your individual world and the world at large, the collective world. Okay, all of that plays into how attractive you really are. Most of what they say, females are attracted to guys with a lot of money, decent cars, things like that, dress well, fresh pair of Jordans, things like that. That's a very false appearance. There are a lot of women out there who, like I say, what you put out there is what you're going to attract. And you got those guys, or females who dress a certain way, put on all the makeup, the guys putting the gold chain, turning themselves into Christmas trees pretty much. Okay, they've got to decorate themselves with all the gold and glamour and this and that, the flashing lights, because they lack the light from inside. Okay, and it's the Christmas tree on the inside, the Christmas lights on the inside, the gold on the inside, the diamond in the rough, not the diamond just, out and exposed in the open.
Right.
Because eventually over time that bad boy's down to rust. Okay, and then we're going to see you for what you really are, which is that rusted material.
All right, y'all. We getting hot with this hot family affair. We talking about this real topic, y'all. If you want to get the girl that you've been looking at, man, you got a crush on her, you want to just say, forget it, I want to go, and you want to this is the station you want to be listening in right now. You want to tune into what we're talking about right now, y'all. So, but yeah, what you just said, that reminds me of a saying that I heard about the apple tree, and saying how the apples that everyone touches are at the bottom, and they're already used, and the worms get to them, and they're at the bottom of the tree, but the ones that are untouched, they're at the top of the tree, and you got to have patience, and you got to work to get to the ones at the top of the tree that are untouched, that are, yeah.
Okay, and your personality, the characteristics of that, you have to have flavor. And that's why I say characteristics in a plural sense, because it's not just one single characteristic that, an individual will be attracted by, whether it's male or female. Okay, it's normally a few different things. What do you love about me? When you ask your lady or ask someone about you, what do you like about me? What do you find appealing? It's not just one single thing that normally they'll say. They'll normally say two or three things. Okay, but it's more than one. It's characteristics. You want to have flavors. You want to be like 31 Baskin Robbins, have a variety of different angles to be able to reach these people. And it's not something that you want to create for yourself. It's simply about being yourself. You're a multi-dimension individual. Okay, you're a multi-level individual. Okay, there are different frequencies that you abide in. Yeah, you have your foundational frequency, but there's a variety of different frequencies, just like when you're dealing with making music. There's you have a composed piece of music, you've got a violin, a piano, you've got the drums going, you've got maybe a saxophone or a flute or something like that, the wind section, things like that, a trumpet maybe going, all of these instruments carry different vibrations, and they give off different vibrations when being played, whether you play them in the high notes or the low notes. Either way, every single one of them are completely different vibrations, but you put all those vibrations together, they create one ultimate vibration, and that's what the individual is. and you need to understand the different vibrations that key into your true nature and put that out so you can attract those that will be complementary to you. It's not based on your physical appearance. Physical appearance is probably not even 10% of attracting a female. Like the brother said earlier, you can be a fat, sloppy dude. I don't really want to use it in those words, but, simple and plain. You could be a fat, sloppy dude, but if you decorate yourself, this big, fat, sloppy Christmas tree, we can decorate it in the right way, and now all of a sudden it's attractive. Okay, but that attractiveness is only going to go but so far until you key in with your true nature, send that out there in thought, feeling, the way that you operate, the way you behave, the way you carry yourself. Number one, confidence is the foundation of that. Without confidence, it don't matter how you look.
Right.
You can be one of the flyest dudes on the planet, flyest girls on the planet. Low self-esteem, low confidence levels are unattractive. Have you ever been with a friend or a family member and you see that they were completely upset and it kind of threw you down a little bit too and made you feel a little angry or upset about the simple fact that they got this drama going on in their life? That's exactly what it is. Low confidence, low self-esteem. You can end up attracting people and they're like, all right, you know what? I'm attracted to this individual, but it's a detrimental situation. There's nothing that will be beneficial at all whatsoever, and it's destined to fail. Okay, until you can key into the right vibrations and the right tone.
I want to ask, what is it that a brother can do to make a woman trust him to engage in the conversation when he approaches her? Or what is it that a brother can do? That'll be the first question. But the second part of this question would be, what is it that a brother would do? Is there something that someone can do, male or female, to do to step out and have your opposite gender attract to you? I mean, say your appearance is your confidence is up there. Your confidence may be an issue, but say you're a people person and say you don't want to, say you're the type that you're the you don't want to rub anyone the wrong way, or hold on, let me finish, because a lot of brothers realize, some cats realize, say you're one of those conscious cats that realize that this woman gets hit up probably 20 times every day and you don't want to be the number 21, but what is it that this brother can do to make this, or this woman can do to make this certain individual say something to him?
Number one, you shouldn't even concern yourself about those things. Okay, there's too many. They say the average individual has more than 60,000 thoughts a day. Okay, now you don't want those 60,000 thoughts that and they actually have athletes. Okay, top-notch basketball players, football players, baseball players, hockey players. They actually have trained coaches that come in that actually train them to lower the thought count that they have on a day-to-day basis, which allows them to be more focused. Okay, the average individual has about 60,000 thoughts a day. Now, these are very unfocused people. Okay, I'm not looking to disrespect or downgrade, but these are unfocused people. Obviously, if you're having 60,000 different thoughts a day, then you are very unfocused. All your energy is scattered. Nothing's going to be accomplished. Okay, in order for a car to operate, the energy has to be focused for one purpose, which is to get you from point A to point B. So all these different parts put together are focused, okay, on the exact same task, and everything is doing its part. Now, when you start engaging in things like that, oh my God, this lady is so fly, she probably gets hit up 20 times a day, things like that. You don't want to think about things like that. You want to toss that out of your thought process. That is not what determines whether or not this individual will be attracted to you or not. Okay, so
how do you talk that out of your thought process?
You want to perform simple and plain. You want to perform a process that I call taking out the trash. Okay, get rid of the trash that's going on in your head. Get rid of the trash that's going on in the way that you're feeling about things. Stop concerning yourself with, oh, this lady probably gets hit up 20 times a day. And what are you basing that off? The way they look? The way that they carry themselves and whatnot? You don't know that. You have no idea. That's the whole point of you trying to engage with this person, to get to know this person and see if maybe you guys may be compatible and complementary to each other. Okay, so just take out the trash, the nonsense thoughts, the ifs. Take out all of that nonsense, and just go for the gold.
Right. All right. All right. So,
That's the first step, and it may seem really simple when being said, but like they say, easier said than done. It takes practice, and you yourself personally, you have to consciously apply these things to yourself. You have to be aware of what you're doing, and literally, personally, take each one of those thoughts as they come across and toss them in the trash. Get rid of them. You don't need them. They're taking up space. They're a waste of space, a waste of your life's energy. These are activities you should not be engaged in. Focus on the goal. Keep your eyes on the prize. Don't know a way to say it simpler.
all right, people. Yeah, all right. I want to just go ahead and jump into topic 2. We're running out of time. And topic 2. So we're gonna get real into the physical, metaphysical realm now. So for all you book readers and all you mind dwellers and stargazers, here we go. This is for you. Shouts out to the Conscious crew, everyone on the East Coast, everyone on the East part of the world. Here we go. Shoot, because I know they focus a lot on those levels, and a lot of those religious groups and those conscious groups get shunned for the conspiracy type of thoughts they be debating on. But this is going to bring up a lot right here, because a lot of cats, just a couple points I know that you can touch down on as far as this topic of death. What the fuck is death? It's like
on this subject, but we're going to get real simple, because when you it's like Albert Einstein said, when you can't explain something in a simple manner, then obviously you don't understand it enough. Okay. Anytime you understand something for real, you really understand it, you really get it, it's really clicked with you, the light has went on, obviously you understand it, and it's very simple to convey to people. Whether they understand it or not is a whole different subject. Okay, so for anyone who's listening right now, just really hear me out. Death, number 1, describes something that does not exist. The word itself describes something that does not exist. It describes an activity, a process that does not exist. There's no death throughout the entire universe, whether individual-wise, as far as people, whether as far as, a group of people, even a material object. There's no such thing as death. Nothing dies. Nothing goes nowhere. There's nowhere to go. Everything is right here, and it always has been, and it always will be.
Can you tell me where the word came from? Can you tell me where this whole paradigm and the word and the concept came from, and why is America so heavy in it on a day-to-day basis? So much money.
Describe this transformation. For instance, you have a close friend of yours all of a sudden passes away. You see that you used to talk to this individual. You see their eyes. Number 1 is that carnal.
How come the media doesn't use the word transformation then?
I'm sorry, one more time?
How come the media doesn't use the word transformation? Instead, we grow up knowing about the word death. You're going to die. How come they just don't say in the movies, you're about to transform?
Number 1, this is under catch-22 type thing, what you just said. How come the media doesn't use the word transform to describe this thing that most people are referring to as death? Well, the media is not set up to be able to give you that kind of information, number 1. Okay, the media is not set up to give you any kind of truth at all whatsoever. Okay, and I don't care what media you're talking about there. I have not seen one form of media out there, even if it's local, even if it's underground media, doesn't get nationwide coverage or even in.
But I would surely think a religious channel, which we've all seen on TV at 3 a.m, all these. I'm surely that whole media, that whole community, the whole church, Christian, Mormon, whatever. I'm pretty sure they still use that word.
I can knock that right there, because number 1, none of these religious communities, and I don't care what religion it is, Christianity, Islam, the Nation of Islam, Buddhism or anything. Well, Buddhism actually dives more into that, but still they believe in death. They just believe that you're being reincarnated over and over. You're going to die, then you come back to life. You die, you come back to life, and you do this forever and ever and ever. And even that's false. All of them are completely false when they teach precepts and concepts an idea of something dying completely. Obviously, there's no understanding there. There is no dying and then actually being reincarnated. When you're talking about reincarnation, you're talking about a body. You're still talking carnal-mindedness. You yourself, like, have you ever heard anyone say, oh, I know that, life lasts forever. My body may die, but my spirit lives forever. Mm-hmm. Look at the way that I just said that. And a lot of people say this. You can go and ask someone who is somewhat enlightened or has received a certain level of enlightenment. They say, oh, yeah, my body will die, but my spirit lives forever. You see what I'm talking about? When I say my, I'm talking about a possession, something that I possess, something that belongs to me. Okay, my body, a thing that I have, will pass away. That'll stop operating, heart will stop beating, won't be able to digest food, won't be able to move it, whatever the case. However, the body is still very well alive because that's why you get the process of decay. Okay, it's just there's no life to actually bring it into the elevated process, so it de-elevates and goes into the process of decay. Okay, however, when you're talking about now, the real point that I want to bring is when someone says, well, my spirit lives forever. So number one, you're not really identifying with eternal life. You're not identifying with the fact that you live forever and there is no such thing as death occurring at all whatsoever for you because you're saying my spirit. You're still talking about a possession. You're not realizing that you are the spirit. And spirit simply derives from a Hebrew word. Spirit is a Hebrew word, and if you look that up and translate it directly into English, spirit means life, vitality. So say my spirit, you're talking about your life, okay, which most people look at it as something that they possess, but they don't realize that it is their actual identity. That's who and what you are. You are life itself. And what does life live? I like to talk to youngsters about this very simple and plain, because English is very simple when you get a grasp of it. Life lives, death dies. Okay, if life had anything to do with death, if this experience that you're having had anything to do with death, then all you would experience is death, because that's what death is. Death dies. And if death dies, there is no part of it to be alive in order to go through the process of dying. It just would not be. It's like the word not. If death describes something that is not, okay, life lives, okay, and it lives. That's what it does. Everything, the proper way to use the English language is to describe things for what they are and its actual activity and function. Life lives. What is life? What does life do? Okay, life lives. There is no death in it. Life can't live and die. That's a catch-22. That's a contradiction. It's blasphemy. It's hypocrisy. You can't live and then die. Okay, there's no two sides of the fence. There's no black and white area. There's no gray area in between. It's simple. Material can decay and rust away. This is all going to change and form, which we call transformation. And you yourself, even when a person so-called passes away or dies, as we say, they're not even transforming. It's not you that's transforming. It's that you're leaving your body. Your body is the house. They talk about it in the Christian religion. The body is the temple. Okay? Now, what do you do in your house right now? I assume you're in your house right now, Brother Duncan. Is that correct?
Say it again now.
I assume you're in your house right now.
Yeah.
Like you're literally living in a physical piece of real estate, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you have the ability to walk in and out your house as you please, right?
Yep.
It's the same thing with your body. Your body is your real house. Okay, the house, the real estate, the property that you're living in, that's the house, your physical body, to protect your physical body. But you yourself, you, the spirit, the life that I'm talking to right now, lives in that body, and you can come and go as you please.
All right.
Okay? The body is nothing but a house. So when you're talking about passing from one side to the other side, number one, there's no different sides. Everything is right here. The radio stations that you're listening to are vibrating at different frequencies. You can hear the music, but you can't see it with your eyes, at least not yet, until you raise your vibration to the point where you match those vibrations and now they become visible to you. There is nothing invisible in the entire world except for mankind due to their low rate of vibration.
Now,
talking about death, that's what it has to do with. People even die or pass away, leave their body. Because now they have brought their body to a point of very low vibrations because of the foods they're eating, the thoughts they're thinking, the emotions that they're feeling, the ways that they're treating their body. Their entire lifestyle has brought them to such a low vibration that the spirit is not able, literally by law, it cannot pass into that dimension of such a the spirit itself, not the body. The spirit cannot go into a state of complete decay. Okay, which is why when your body is brought to such a low level and your spirit is linked with your body so much to the point, this is why you're able to raise your hand and move around and talk and command your body in such an elegant and peaceful and easy way. Okay, when your body is brought to such low levels of vibration, the spirit has to deoccupy that body. It has to leave that body, come back at a different time, build up another form, and take that form up again, try it all over again. Okay, we're de-elevating the actual vibration of our body when the purpose of having our bodies is to raise the vibration so you can get the full experience that you all yourself are a spirit and you are in this house and you make this house your eternal house, the temple of God, the heaven life.
Okay. Okay. Now, when you say the temple of God and the heaven life, for the cats, can you elaborate or translate that as if you were talking to an atheist? They don't want to hear. You know, that'll shut a trigger down in their brain.
The word God, I would say the temple of life.
Okay. Okay. What would you say in place of the word heaven?
In place of the word heaven?
Yeah. Exactly what it is.
We could say,
the happy world.
What we're talking about is a level, not a place, not an actual place. We're talking about a state of being. Okay, heaven simply is a word that
people want to know where you go too. Is it straight blackness, blankness? Did you go back to the sun? Do you retain memory? Do we remember? Do we?
Blackness, darkness, no existence whatsoever, which does not occur. Heaven is exactly the so-called opposite. Not that they're opposing to each other or whatnot. It's simply that heaven itself describes the ultimate life, the ascended life, the state in which you are happy all the time. Like there is not a second that goes by, a minute that goes by where you experience unhappiness, inharmony, a state of sickness or being unhealthy. This is heaven. Complete health, complete peace, complete happiness, complete joy, complete self-control. That's very key because the key to happiness is self-control, which mankind has the ability. They were given the choice of free will. They have the ability to control themselves completely, utterly, on every level.
I want to ask another thing related to that. I'm going to come at it like a fact or a myth. I mean, is this a historical fact or a myth? You can live as long as you want to, and your bones just get denser, and your body and everything gets better, bigger and better, and you become you learn other senses as far as we have these five senses we have now, but there's like 4 or 5 more, like clairvoyance, and you tap into the longer you live in this world, and you master gravity, you start to levitate, you can master, no, go ahead. I want immortality. Tell me what happens when you're immortal in a physical body.
Okay, the same, okay, in the physical world you have the sense of sight, which we do with our eyes that are, with our body. Okay, then there's also another sense of sight, which is the exact same sense, it's just a higher level of sight, which has to do with the sight that you see in your mind. When you close your eyes, when you're sleeping at night and you're dreaming, you're still seeing, you're just not doing it with the physical eyes. Then there's a more heightened level of that, where you actually control that entire process, and now you can see the thoughts of others. You can see what is going on in the eye of another individual. This is what they call clairvoyance. Being able to see what's going on with other people on an internal level before it even manifests physically. And thus you can, in a sense, predict what is going to happen, because things that happen or occur, they do so by manifesting in the physical realm. Otherwise, we don't call it as happening.
And I saw this in the movie.
That are happening going on, which is internal.
I saw this in the movie Odd Thomas, and he was seeing other things, and I think that's where I heard something about there's like or I read somewhere that there's like other senses that have to be addressed, and that we're only focused on the bottom one.
There's only one sense that needs to be addressed, and that sense is what a lot of people in the physical realm call the third eye, which is the eye of God. Each individual has the eye of God in them. They have God's all-seeing eyes.
Now, what do you mean by when you say God? Is this the one?
Once again, we can use that term interchangeably. For those who consider themselves to be atheists, we can say life, the eye of life. The eye of law, the eye of, whatever name you want to give to it. It's completely interchangeable. We're talking about the all-supreme being, the one being that designed and made everything, which every one of us are a part of. We are just an atom of that body. If you want to see what God's body looks like, people say, I want to see God. I want to know what he looks like. Take a step outside. Look around in your universe. Look around at your earth. You're seeing God's body. You're only seeing a portion of God's body because God is very big. God is an extremely big individual. We're talking about infinite-wise. But when you look at the physical earth, when you look at the sky and the stars and the sun and all of that, these are simply parts of the body of God. This is God's physical body, which your physical body is also made out of.
All right, all right. Now, I know this is completely off topic, but you were just saying the stars and stuff. I heard that the light that we see from the stars is actually light in motion, because the star has already exploded, and what we're seeing is the light traveling, and it looks like it's just shining in the sky.
The star exploding, and as far as light traveling, people, our scientists have been, and these are the ones who have really delved into the topic of light. The scientists know more about light than any other culture or industry or anything like that. Light, it does travel, but in the truth is, light doesn't travel because you have different varieties of light. You have the whole light spectrum. Okay, and the spectrum that we're seeing as far as our physical sun. Okay, we have suns out there that we don't even see with our physical eyes because they're at such high vibrations that our eyes do not match with those vibrations. The photons that are being sent out from that sun do not register with our eyes. They register on the subconscious level to where it can be like a feeling, a memory, a vague thought or something like that, but you don't see it physically with your eyes. Okay, so when we're talking about light traveling from the stars and whatnot, you're talking about physicality. Okay, and dealing with physicality, it always has to do with the sense of time, as far as the time it takes for the light to travel from a star to your actual eyes to where you personally stand here on this planet. Light really is not traveling; it's already everywhere. Okay, what you're doing is you're looking at one simple spectrum of light. For instance, the light in your room. When you turn on that light, and if you put it in slow motion, you'll see the light comes from that light bulb. It goes brighter and brighter, and until it spreads and encompasses the entire room. But in the real world, the light was already there. That's the only reason why it can go somewhere, because it's already there. Mm-hmm. It just appears to go somewhere. And that's what we're talking about as far as appearances. People, you see the light and it appears to be one thing, okay, but it's actually another. Just like when you actually look at light, you can look at the light bulb in your room or in your house, whatever light you have on, and you think you're seeing a certain color. Okay, and actually what you're seeing, if you look into it, they've done a variety of different studies about this, you're seeing every other color except the color that you're looking at. You're looking at the color white, you're actually seeing every other color. You're looking at the color blue, you're looking at every other color except blue. That's what it does, and it zeroes in. It singles out all of the other colors so you can experience the color of blue or the color of green. It singles every single one of them out. But what you're really seeing is all those other colors.
Okay.
So appearances can go extremely deep. Okay, and the real appearance that people need to understand as far as the subject we were talking about, as far as appearances and attracting females, attracting a male or a personal companion or something like that, you need to get past the physical appearances. Stop focusing on the carnal-minded physical appearances and start focusing on the appearances that you have in your internal mind, in your internal heart, as far as your feelings, the emotions that you have. Start focusing on that. Because how your emotions appear to a person, okay, can affect whether or not this individual will be attracted to you. You walk into let me ask you this, Brother Johnson. When we were kids or anything like that, and I don't think I've ever asked you this question. Now, when we were children or anything like that, and if I was upset or something, I was upset, angry, whatever the case may be, you walk into the room and you say, hey, what's wrong with you? And I say, hey, I'm fine, man. Nothing's wrong. And you're like, something's wrong, because you can feel it. And that was the whole reason why you even asked, because you can feel it, you can sense it.
Right.
Okay, now that's exactly what you get when you're dealing with females, a male dealing with a female dealing with a male. They can sense all of that. You can dress yourself up like a Christmas tree all you want. Okay, decorate yourself with the finest trimmings and all of that. Okay, have all the gold, diamonds, and nice clothes, fresh pair of Jordans, creased up from head to toe. Okay, and you can still be denied or rejected by a female based on the intuition that they're having. They call it female intuition. Well, men have that as well, and we know whether or not we want to speak with a female or something like that, or engage any further based on the vibe that we're getting from them. We call it a vibe, and the reason why I call it a vibe because vibe is the base word of vibration. We're talking about different movements. I don't like the way that girl moves, and we're not talking about the way she switches her booty or anything like that. The way she walks, talks. We're talking about the vibe, the inner vibe, the way she feels, the way she thinks, how she feels about herself, how she's looking at the world. Everyone is pretty much an open book, and you get a quick glimpse into the table of contents of this individual, and you decide whether or not you want to read this book.
Yeah. Sure enough. That's true enough. True enough, man.
Now, you become a real good judge of vibration, a real good judge of appearances, and start looking at appearances for what they really are, then you can take a look at any book. You can look at the table of contents, and you know whether or not you're going to waste your time reading that book or not engage. Some other individuals are not that well at reading the table of contents. So they'll read it, and they think they're interested, then they start reading it a quarter of the way through or halfway through the book. Some of us, sometimes you got individuals who get they'll be almost done with completing the book, and then they decide that they did not like that book. Okay, you want to become such a great judge of character with such great divine discretion, divine discrimination to the point where you can look at just the table of contents and make an educated decision, an informed decision as to whether this is an appropriate use of your time or whether you should keep moving on and looking to be the next one that you're going to attract.
Well, shit, we running out of time.
Some stories okay, but then as you get halfway through the
What'd
book,
you say?
some stories have a slow beginning. You can look at the table of contents and say, hey, you'd be a real good judge of character and all of that. Look at the table of contents like, okay, this is great. This is a book that I really want to read. It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Then you start reading, you're like, I might have made a mistake in, reading this book. I might have made a mistake in engaging with this individual, but really things are just starting to crack. Things are just starting to pop off, okay? And if you really stay the course, then you'll start seeing what a good decision you really did make. Don't be confused. This is where it all comes down to being a real good judge of appearances, okay? Do not base things off of the physical world. If you see, we're doing things backwards from the way that the universal presence itself, the great creator, did everything. The great creator, let's think about it. Before the world existed, there was nothing here. There was no physicality. There was no form. Okay, but you had to picture something. You had to have an idea. Okay, you had to have a thought, a vision of something that did not even exist. Okay, so when you're starting off in a relationship or looking to speak with a girl that you've never spoken with, and you're not sure whether you should and this and that, you should start thinking, hey, you know what? I have no idea about any of that, but I got a vision. Okay. I got a vision, and I'm going to give this a whirl. I'm going to go ahead and talk to this one after you've looked at the table of contents. Yeah. Okay? Don't just pick up any old book and start reading it. Okay? Look at the table of contents first, okay? And then make a decision as to whether this is a good vision to invest your energies in.
All right, well, shoot, man, we about out of time. I got to wrap it on up. And, yeah, y'all. Yeah, right on. No doubt. I want to say, where can the people reach you, or for a consultation, or at an email address or something going on? I know everybody can catch me at for the Eastside tees, the customized T-shirts, and all of that good stuff. Hit me up at gsidetees@gmail.com.
Well, right now, the people want to reach me. The best thing they can do is to tune into these sessions that we're having here.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I got quite a few things that are actually in operation, and we're gonna have it up and running here shortly. So most definitely we'll have the utmost communication here shortly. But at this point in time, the best thing they can do is actually continue to attend these sessions. If they have any questions, they can definitely shoot it to us, and I'd be more than happy to address it.
Yeah, guys, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's going down. Family Affairs. This is episode 2. just keep tuning in and download this information to your brain. You got to get those updates. You got to have them. And we coming at y'all live and direct every week with a hot new episode, brand new show. It's going in. You know, we blazing up with these millennium topics that's been ignored, and we hitting them off. And, you know, we riding out for all the ancestors. We riding out for all the forgotten ones, man. Gonna do it, and we done it and done it, you know. It's time for this evolution to really, really get in the process, all right? We already got this creation. We got to keep it pumping, producing, produce, like that cat from Dragon Ball Z. That my dude. It's like produce. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nothing else, nigga. Just produce. Shit, it ain't nothing if you ain't producing. You're not one of me, you know. But yeah. But all right, man. Well, I'm hit you up and but yeah, y'all check out this on YouTube. Peace. Catch y'all later, man. All right. Go.